Hi, my name is Elena Lenton, and welcome to my e-portfolio for my LA 101H class. I'm currently a freshman here at Penn State University. I guess after this week, I will be considered a sophomore. I am a psych major. However, I have not figured out what I want to minor in. Hopefully, I will figure that out soon. I am from a town in New Jersey called Montclair. It is 20 minutes out of New York City. And the only reason that I clarify that is because I do not want to be associated with the Jersey Shore in any way, shape, or form, because I can assure you I am not like that at all. Some interesting facts about me. I am completely obsessed with animals. I've always loved them. I have my own dog. Her name is Elf. She is a brindle chihuahua. I got her for Christmas in 4th grade. Because she is small and has pointy ears, and I got her for Christmas, that gave her her name. I have one sister and a lot of cousins, so I like to think that I have a lot of siblings because we are very, very close. I think I have 29. I have honestly stopped counting, but the funny part is that 28 are on my mom's side and only 1 is on my dad's. Which brings me to my next point, that my parents are divorced. Usually people don't say that so openly. However, I know that if they were not divorced, I would not be who I am today. I guess you can say one of my most redeeming qualities is that I'm very independent, and I know that if they were never divorced, I would not be this independent. Another fact about me, I love humor, I love laughing, and I like smiling all the time. My favorite shows are Modern Family, Scrubs, and The Office, which are all hilarious comedies. If you don't watch them, I definitely suggest you start. However, my pitfall to all this is that I hate my dimples, and as you could probably tell, they show when I talk sometimes. So because I like laughing and smiling so much, it's the first thing that people point out when they meet me, and I absolutely hate it. And from this, as you can tell from my rambling, I really like to talk a lot. I have not figured out whether that is a good thing or a bad thing yet, but I can tell you that I don't think there is a cure. I've been talking all my life, and my parents told me when I was little I still wouldn't be quiet. But now that you know a little bit about who I am, I'm going to navigate you around my ePortfolio. If you're watching this video, you're on the home page. Next to where it says home at the top, there's a link called This I Believe. This I Believe was a project that we did in my LA 101H class. We started off as a speech. We ended up turning it into an essay. On this page is a link to my podcast of my speech. What I believe in is not something you hear every day, and I'm sure people won't believe what I believe in, but if you check it out, maybe you'll understand a little bit. Next to my This I Believe is something called If I Could Get Lost, which is my one piece of substantial writing. It was actually a supplement piece I did when I was applying to college. It is my one and only piece that I've ever written that I can generally say that I like. From time to time, I go back and read it. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it. Next to that is a link called My Essay, which is self-explanatory. It is an essay that I wrote in my LA 101H class on rhetoric in advertisement. My advertisement was the cover of Entertainment Weekly. It was my the main characters of my favorite show, and hopefully you'll like that too, because I became very passionate about this essay because it was about my favorite show. Next to that is Civics and Rhetoric blogs, which I guess is also self-explanatory. Each week we had to write in our blogs. We had 2. One was a passion blog and one was a Civics and Rhetoric blog. Civics and Rhetoric was the blogs that you took from what you learned from class and applied them to life or a speech you've heard or one of your favorite speeches. The other blog was my passion blog. That is the next link on, it's actually a tier down. It's called Something Outlandish. My passion blog was on traveling. I have been traveling all my life. Since I was an infant, I've been traveling down to my shore house in Wildwood. But the first time I was out of the country, I went to Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic, and that was when I was 3 or 4 years old. I can't exactly remember. Um, but ever since then, I have been to Paris 3 times, London once, Normandy twice. I've been to Rome, Florence, and Lake Como in Italy. I have also been to Barcelona, Spain, which was actually my graduation present from my parents. Um, I have been to Beijing, China, which is a post that I posted in my blogs, which all I can say to you was very interesting. Um, Most recently, I have been to the Dominican Republic again in Punta Cana, and I have also been to Atlantis in the Bahamas. I am very thankful for all of my traveling. I know not a lot of people are able to say what I can say about my traveling. That's why I never take it for granted. Um, and this summer, I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get to Amsterdam and Berlin. I haven't solidified the plans yet, but I'm hoping and praying that it will happen. Hopefully, I'll be able to write about that again. But basically, what made me write about traveling was my grandpa and the fact that ever since I went to Paris for the first time, which was in second grade, I have kept traveling journals for everywhere that I've been to. Next to that is a link called Multimedia Project. The Multimedia Project is a video that I did with 3 other girls. We did it on the history of a controversy of whether college pays or not. Basically, it was a video researching and explaining whether going to college is better or graduating from high school and getting a job right after high school. It is a very, very complicated topic. The video is about 11 minutes long. However, I do think it's very interesting, so if you want to check that out, I hope you do. Next to that is my personal profile. Basically, it tells you a little bit more about who I am. I actually used an essay that I wrote about myself because I always feel like those types of things are a little awkward and I never know what to say really about myself. I'm sure most people don't really go out and just tell everyone about themselves. Hopefully that gets the point across though. And in that there's also some pictures of some of the most important things in my life, my family, my friends, my dogs. There's also a couple pictures of my soccer team. And at the bottom of that is my resume. And then next to my personal profile is a page called Contact. In there, you can find my email, and I also welcome you to comment on any of my pages or any of my entries. I always like people's opinions. I take criticism very well, so if you have anything to say, please do. And I hope you enjoy my ePortfolio.